Yo, what up, guys? What up? This your boy T-Dub was Blazing the Sports. Man, I was having a little bit technical difficulties before going live. But guys, welcome, man. I want to talk this box. I want to talk Keith Thurman. I want to talk Gerald Washington, guys. What Adam Babyface Kanowski did to him. Shout out to the chat. Black Horseman Promotion. Take congrats on the monetizing the super chat. Thank you, man. Man, it was a long road to get here, but I'm very thankful. Whoa, oh my gosh, I didn't notice that. Black Horseman Promotion came in with the $5 piece, the super chat. Thank you, man. Black Horseman, listen, it came very long, man. A lot of hard work, a lot of grind, a lot of videos. But to be honest, man, I'm just thankful for the people. To be honest, you know, just to be able to get in front of you guys and be able to talk boxing. To me, that is amazing. Thank you. Shout out. Wayne King says, googly eyes. Hey, listen, I woke up this morning, Wayne King, and I was thinking about that referee, how he was looking, man. Like, I already know. You know how they do these things, right, where they ask people, they say, what kind of cereal? Frosted Flakes, red or green? Red. And they ask you, if you can have a superpower, which one, would you have? You already know. His will either be X-ray vision or he can see within the future, He probably saw Trump being elected when Clinton was still the president. Look at them eyes, man. He was, ooh. I think he enjoyed the fight more than the fans. He has the best seat, But guys, shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to the man, like I said, the first super chat of the day. Black Horse Promotion came through with the $5 piece, $5 table slap. Thanks for adding fuel to the fire to keep the blaze going. I appreciate it. Guys, if you ever want to, you already know. My line should be open. Let me make sure my phone is on. Hold on. I'm going to jump out the chat real quick. Because it goes off so much, I have to cut the ringer. Let me see. But guys, while I do this, man, what do you guys think about Adam, Babyface? The way he was throwing a temper tantrum all over Gerald Washington. When I first saw Adam, I think it's Kanowski, when he fought Charles Martin, who I call the demigod, I didn't, I didn't think much, he got a body built like Clado. I thought that, Charles Martin hasn't proven anything. Yes, he made a little bit of money from fighting Anthony Joshua. Yes, he had a hold of a belt one time because Tyson Fury gave it up, for reasons. And he fought someone that he won because the other guy got hurt. And then immediately Anthony Joshua saw the opportunity, or at least Eddie Hearn paid his man $9 million to sell that belt. So to me, Charles Martin hasn't accomplished anything, has not proven anything. So when I saw him beat, Charles Demigod Martin, when Adam beat him, I didn't think much of it. But when he fought Gerald Washington, one of my last memories of Gerald Washington is not when I don't follow a lot of his fights, but the one that stick out is basically the best competition he fought, and that was Deontay Wilder. Before Deontay Wilder stopped him, Washington was utilizing a very good jab against a very good and long jab against Deontay Wilder, who was a little bit taller than him by a little. And I was just surprised on how Adam Babyface just walked him down and beat him up and landed almost every shot he threw. Guys, we can get into it. We can talk about it. We are here. T-Dub, what's blazing the sports. We are back at it like a crack addict, giving you boxing geekers this work. Let's get it. And I have not done what I said I was going to do because I get to talking way too much sometimes. All right. Bam. All right, guys. That should be it. Make sure the volume's up so I can hear it. Well, it keep vibrating. If you did want to call in, give your thoughts on any one of those fights. I did not catch the whole Jaime Munguia fight, but man, I heard that was a banger. I saw the highlights on it today. Someone had to watch that full fight. I heard it was a banger, and I'm finally glad that the Zone stopped using that basic white and gray matte color, man. It just looks like an old black and white movie that's drawn out. It's like no flavor to it. Glad they didn't go with that this time around. So now let's get back to YouTube. Make sure that's still up and running right. And yes, Black Horse Promotion, man. I got the email yesterday evening from YouTube telling me, congratulations, you are a partner, blah, blah, blah. You know, I used to be a partner before. And then, you know, I didn't have the 800 subscribers and they took it away. So now it is back. Okay, so let's get to work, man. Because my boy, good Googly Moogly, he saw everything fight night. I'm going to tell you, I never thought I would see this day that Keith Thurman would be looked at like prey. I didn't see the day that I thought that he would be looked at like lunch meat for the other welterweight fighters. And I'm not sure. I'm not saying it's going to stay that way. I'm only saying that after that performance, no one isn't scared. Lopez wasn't even scared, even after getting knocked down. He wasn't scared, and very similar to how Rocky did Creed, like I said yesterday. Wayne King reminded me of the song "Living in America," I believe, by James Brown, when Creed came out and the whole American flag entire, and he was going up against Ivan Drago. We all know there Ivan Drago beat that man to sleep until he never woke up. But I was like, man, what if we get that Rocky type of feel? And guys, I was doing some research on this, and I heard that they call Lopez, like, I guess he's some type of Rocky. They call him a version of Rocky from wherever he's from. And I'm telling you, he came out there to win. It's like, I like the way that Lopez fought, because to me, that's what you want. You don't want a fighter to go out there and be like, oh man, he's going to outbox me. Forget it. I need to find a way out. We didn't get that from him. What we got from Lopez was, we got this guy like, listen, man, I'm going to sell out. I mean, he just threw bombs on bombs on bombs. Everything he threw was like haymakers. And Keith Thurman, wasn't able to react to those haymakers, like a prime of, the prime Keith Thurman would have been able to catch a lot of those haymakers and then counter with a catch and counter. The only thing he could do is move out the way. Black Horse Promotion said Gerald Washington is trash juice, aka dumpster juice, aka toilet bowl flush. Black Horse Promotion, yeah, YouTube took it and gave it back. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, they take it and give it back. So yeah, guys, if you guys did want to, lines are open. But I have not no lines. my one phone is open, 314-884-1013. That will call and reach me. Otherwise, I am just going to keep giving you guys this work. What's next for Keith Thurman? Let's talk about Keith Thurman. What's next for Keith Thurman? The gym. Right now, the first thing that comes to my mind is the gym. He needs to get into that gym. He needs to work on his timing. And to be honest, this probably was the type of fight that he needed, because if he had came back and fought somebody who was going to fight him with a soft touch, then he wouldn't have learned nothing. He wouldn't have found out where he really is. Lopez showed him exactly where he is. Lopez showed him exactly where he is. He exposed his flaws. He showed his ring rust. And to be honest, that is the fight that Thurman needed. That is like a swift kick in your butt to wake up. This wasn't even a top 4 welterweight, and somebody scored a draw. You need to wake up. So the gym for sure. Guys, I got my coffee this morning. I hope you guys got your coffee. It is good. Yeah. So he has some options, man, but we already know who he's not going to fight. After a performance like that, he is not going to fight Earl Spence Jr., which he already stated he's not going to fight Jr., and he's not going to fight Terence Crawford. I think he's going to try to say Crawford for last, assuming he can get past these other guys. But man, I don't know, man. Thurman just did not look like the old Thurman. He was rusty. He was rusty. I mean, at times he showed a lot of craftiness with his combinations. He showed a little bit of craftiness. I think Lopez pressure was getting to him. Now imagine this, man. Imagine. Now the first fight with Sean Porter, I thought Thurman barely edged out of there, but he was sharp. Thurman had to be on his A game to beat Porter back then. Porter is going to come at Thurman faster and stronger than Lopez. Imagine if that was a Thurman that just beat Garcia in there fighting this Thurman. If that was Sean Porter who beat Garcia fighting this version of Thurman we saw, it'd have been a massacre. But he does have some time, man. Listen, when Tyson Fury first came back, he didn't look good his first fight. He didn't look good. I mean, he won, but he didn't look good. It was a boring fight. They kissed. Guys, listen, anytime they kiss before a match, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. You don't get the final instructions and end on a kiss. Who does that? Fury, they the second fight out, he went 12 rounds. He looked a little bit better. The third fight out against Deontay Wilder, we already know how that went. We already know how it went with Deontay Wilder. He looked very good, very sharp. But he wasn't sharp in this fight. Keith Thurman wasn't. One time didn't show up. Yes, he got a knockdown. It was a good left hook. He didn't have time to get him out of there. It was just a perfect time shot that I don't believe Lopez had full time to brace for. Because after that shot, Lopez was never hurt again after that. Maybe caught with some good shots. Because Keith Thurman caught him with some good shots. Keith Thurman was laying. He was like, you want me to put the hammer down? He was trying to put that Thor hammer down on Lopez. But every good shot Thurman threw and landed, Lopez tried to answer. He didn't get discouraged and go and run away. He kept coming forward. He even did this to Thurman. He fought like Rocky. Thurman fought like a Rusty Creed. He didn't fight like the normal Keith Thurman we know. Now for Lopez, his stock went up. No, he didn't get the win. But you know what? He fought on Fox, free TV to a majority of the people that are in the United States. It should be free. If you can have an antenna and a somewhat of a smart TV, you can just plug it in and bam, channel 2. His stock went up. Imagine, Lopez, he can fight the guys, even some he already fought before. Victor Ortiz, Andre Berto, Devin Alexander, Adrian Broner, Lamont Peterson. Maybe a rematch against Jesse Vargas. There's so many out there that he can fight. And now he's a risk because the other champions, he can fight the other champions now. After putting on a performance like that, if the champions cannot make a fight with each other, he can fight a Sean Porter, an Earl Spence Jr., a Terrence Crawford. Now, I'm not saying those fights are going to go the same way that it went with Keith Thurman. I'm not going to say that at all. I'm not stupid, but he's going to fight. Robert Garcia must have told him, like, listen, you got to go out and win this. They're not going to give it to you. You got to go out and win this. Sell out. And if you notice, man, all of Robert Garcia fighters, let's go with the big ones. Mikey Garcia. They have a never give up mentality. They have he gets fighters that have heart, determination, a will to win. I would not stop attitude. Mikey Garcia. Maidana. We saw Maidana in very, very good fights. Very, very good fights. That come forward mentality. Lopez. We just seen what Lopez can do. And Lopez, one of the guys, yes, he took some losses. You know what? Let me go. I'm going to have to look him up in a minute, too. Tone Bangers in the building says salute family. Hey guys, salute to Tone Bangers in the building. Guys, do me a favor if you get a chance to, guys, check out Black Horse Promotions as well as check out Tone Bangers. Black Horse Promotions says Robert Garcia is a great trainer. Man, I believe he is, man. He knows, you know what, he doesn't, I don't believe he have a whole lot of fighters, but the ones he mess with, he makes sure that they have the goods. You know, when you're a fighter, they always tell you this. People change up the percentage, but it's either, you know, it's either 80% mental, 20% physical, or people say 90% mental, 10% physical. And being a boxer and me being a boxer, mental is the big thing, man. Mental is a lot of it. Yes, you gotta have the physical skills, but mental is what pushes you through the hard times. Mental is what makes you react when someone comes out there and they're landing good shots on you, or they putting pressure on you and you can't figure out how to get by them. Mental is the one that get, okay, I gotta do this. Okay, I have to stay calm. Mental. And Robert Garcia has those fighters that mentally stay in the game, mentally keep coming, mentally have a will to win. Lopez fought all 12 rounds. Thurman got on his bicycle a little bit in that fight. Thurman at one point, now I do understand it that in the 7th round, listen, he should have been smarter with it, but I understand it. He was hurt. He was hurt. He was buzzed. So he was trying to escape, trying to let his brain get back, let everything equal out. But he needs to learn how to hold on, guys. Let me wet my whistle. But I'm telling you, man, like, besides Keith Thurman and Josesito Lopez, what's the referee? Is it Steve Willis? Steve Willis? Steve Willis might have been, you know, like, normally a ref is not any kind of star. They just there to be invisible, stay out the way, and break up when needed, you know. But, I mean, man, this guy, I remember when Lopez landed that, you know, that first, I think, left hook that hurt Thurman. All I saw was Willis just jump in between with the, ooh, like his eyes, it's like the way he looks is, how can I say it? It's comical, man. It's selling it. It's added emphasis to it. Ooh, they felt that one. You know, like his look is priceless. So I had to throw some respect on his name and put his picture over here too. I remember in the very beginning when they showed, you know, that he was going to be the ref, and you know the third man in the ring would be, I think, this Steve Willis, and he had that, I pity the fool. I'm Mr. T. Look at my eyes. I can see underwater with no goggles. But very, very, I mean, like I said, man, I was entertained by the fight. Black Horse Promotion says he got on his bike a lot. That man can't be taking breaks like that and thinking it'll be easy work. Listen, Thurman did not believe, like, he in a post-fight press conference, honestly, he admitted that he took Lopez lightly. But guys, you know, I said a lot of videos that, listen, I wanted Thurman to win only because it makes the, you know, the bigger four that much more marketable for boxing. Because if Lopez would have won, yes, he would have had a belt, but he wouldn't have, he's not as known as Keith Thurman. You know, like, something would have fell off a little bit. But the fact is, I said Lopez is going to come. Lopez is going to come. Lopez is going to try to win. And he did. The Thurman, even the Thurman I thought was going to show. I thought, honestly, that we was going to get a much sharper Thurman. I know he's been out the ring 2 years, but, you know, I was hoping we got a much sharper Thurman. He did show some glimpses of that, but he showed a lot of glimpses that he just, at this time, is not able to react to punches coming at him like that. You know, he can throw punches at you, but his timing and reacting to punches is not where it used to be at. Lopez hit him way too clean. Way too clean. Sean Porter wished he hit him that clean. Danny Garcia wished he hit him that clean. And like I said, man, this might be one of the first times that Thurman is being looked at like food from the top welterweights. Licking their chops. Asking for gravy on the side. Serve me up a side of Thurman with some fries. You can hold it one time. It's not needed. One time hit Lopez multiple times and couldn't get him out of there. Jared Washington, I don't know what to say about Jared Washington, man. I don't know, man. I have no idea. Black Coach Wilson says some people out here are haters to the point they saying Lopez won the fight. Wow. Man, because you're always going to have people like that, you know, especially if they want a fighter to lose. And if it's a close fight, they're going to say he lost. They're going to say he lost. If they want to lose, they're going to say he lost. You know, we've seen it happen many a times. You know, people say Broner beat Pacquiao. People say Maidana beat Floyd. You know, if they want you to lose, they're going to say you lost no matter what. You know, it's just one of those things. But me personally, I thought Thurman won. I thought Lopez made it a tough fight. He gave Thurman everything he needed. He had Thurman confused at times. He had Thurman on his bicycle. He could have been rollerblading the way he was skating around. Listen, and one time the way he was moving, guys, he looked like Creed. I might have to do this. You know, I might have to find the point of Creed when Creed was like on his toes and throwing them jabs. And I might have to go side by side with Keith Thurman when he was trying to do his version of it. He was just trying everything. He tried to come forward against Lopez. He tried to move on Lopez. He tried to stick and move on Lopez. He got on his bike. He got in the high guard. He pulled out everything he can think of. He was like Gambit, pulling off a different chord. Thurman better hit a Victor. Oh, yeah. And joined SNAC. Hey, Victor gonna get him on that good stuff. Victor gonna have him looking like Mikey Garcia, man. Victor gonna have him looking like Mikey Garcia. You know, Thurman right now, you know, he looks normal. Next you know, Thurman gonna be working with Victor for 1 week, gonna come out, you know, all swole up. Hey, after 1 week of working with Victor, Thurman gonna come out, forget Porter, I want Spence next. His voice gonna get deeper. Spence, Crawford, sign on the dotted line. Victor gonna have that boy ready. Put that boy in that time machine, hyperbolic time machine, come out swole. Man. Guys, before I'm gonna get off Thurman for a little bit, I wanna go to the co-main event just for a second. What do you think about Adam Kownacki and Jared Washington? Is Gerald just that bad, or is Adam just that good? Gerald looked good against Wilder for 4 rounds before, you know, the sweet music hit him. Is Adam that powerful? Remember, Adam fought Charles Demigod Martin. I'ma walk right over you. I'ma step right over you. I walk this earth like a god, and got walked over. I never seen, guys, listen, do me a favor. Go back and watch the, I can just see it in my head now. Go back and watch Anthony Joshua versus Charles Martin. Watch the knockdown in slow motion. When he's falling, he never takes his eyes off of Anthony Joshua. He's like, his legs goes up. He never took his eyes off of Anthony Joshua as he was falling, man. Like, to me, that was great. I'm gonna be honest. If I was Anthony Joshua and I was thinking at that time, I literally would have stepped right over him. The way he said he's gonna walk and step over me, I would have stepped right over Charles Martin. But back to the subject. I know I always veer off. I always veer off. Can Adam beat Charles Martin? He didn't stop him, but he did get a unanimous decision. Charles Martin, Charles Martin. I don't know, man. I don't know. Charles Martin just has a name at this point. He doesn't have, he's not recognized as being a top heavyweight. He's in the rankings by default because there's not enough heavyweights. Hold on. Yo, you live with your boy T-Dub. Who's calling? Where you calling from, man? Let me know what's on your mind.
What's up, T-Dub? Black Horseman, man.
Man, what's happening? Bro. Talk to me.
Man, good night of boxing, man. I was pretty much able to catch all the PBC fights, man. I think it was good from top to bottom. I didn't catch the Jaime McGear on the zone, so I'll probably catch that a little later on. But yeah, man. I mean, to start off with Keith, man, I think that layoff definitely he showed ring rust. But credit to Josesito Lopez because Robert Garcia, he gets his guys ready. Like you said, if they got that will and that determination, he can get these guys prepared and put these guys in the best position to at least he end the fight. And Lopez was definitely in the fight. Like you said, man, Keith was getting hit with some clean shots, man, in that seventh. Clean shots. And he was being honest about it in the post-fight press conference, talking about how he underestimated Lopez's long reach. And when he was trying to pull back, his arm, the length of his arms was able to still connect, and he was lunging in, coming forward. So, Keith, man, he definitely going to have to tighten up. He getting blasted, pretty much all over on the internet right now. But at the same time, I didn't expect, a 100% Keith Thurman. But he kind of deserves the criticism that he's getting to an extent because Keith Thurman was talking that big shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Keith was talking about this fighter, that fighter, and so when you talking like that, man, we expect you to go in there and put them paws on Josesito Lopez, and he had some good moments, dropped him, I believe, in the second, but he still got it. I think that he should fight 3 times this year, man.
Exactly.
He ain't gonna get it done.
Right. I agree. 2, he's gonna be just as rusty in the way he looked in this first fight. And I expected a better Thurman. He talked a lot of game and how he's this and he's that and who's going to see him, who's not going to see him. He didn't look like the Thurman 2 years ago. And he needs 3 fights. He fought Lopez. To me, this is a wake-up call. This was a wake-up fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he struggled with Lopez, and he did. He won, but he struggled. Imagine, and he got to be thinking, damn, man, what if I fight Porter again and I look like this? Or, a lot of people used to favor Thurman to beat Pacquiao. Now they say, I don't know, man. That 40-year-old Pacquiao looked a lot more sharper than this 30-year-old Thurman. What do you think about that matchup if he did a rematch? His 2 options were Sean Porter next and Manny Pacquiao. What do you think about a matchup with either one of those guys right now?
I think that if he can get the Manny Pacquiao fight, take that fight, maybe like April, May, and then close out the year and face Sean Porter, man, for, unification.
Right.
That's what I would like to see. I definitely don't think he's ready for Sean Porter right now.
No. No. Sean Porter is gonna do. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit different, but Sean Porter is gonna come forward like Lopez. But Sean Porter's gonna come in quicker. He gets in really quick and throw punches and bunches. And he don't care where they land. He just throwing them. Almost like Lopez. Lopez just throwing haymakers. He said, forget boxing. I'm just gonna throw haymakers, everything I got with every shot. And he was landing shots. Imagine if Porter would have been like that. Porter probably would at least drop Thurman, man. He probably would have. He had Thurman hurt like that. He probably would have dropped him.
Yeah, I agree, bro. And so I think that would be the best thing. He's been one Pacquiao for a long time.
Can he beat Pacquiao right now? Can he? Can the Thurman we saw last night beat the 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao?
not with that performance, man. You know, I mean, I'm glad he came back and he you know, he understands the mistakes that he made, and I think he's gonna be sharper in the next fight. But if he fights the same way, nah, I gotta pick Pacquiao, man.
I agree, man.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. Exactly what you say. Exactly. If he fights the same way, Manny Pacquiao is again faster than Lopez, and he's a southpaw. Comes in, throw punches and bunches, and if Lopez were to catch him with them shots, people that got speed, because right now Thurman timing is not quite there yet. But like you said, he will be better the next time out. I believe he will be better.
Yeah. I mean, we seen that Danny try to take that long little layoff after he lost to Keith, and he came back and fought, was it Brandon Rios, I think?
Yep.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Or did he fight Brandon Rios after he fought Keith or before? I think it was after he fought Keith.
It was after. It was after, because after he beat Brandon Rios, they had made him a mandatory again, and then that's when Keith went. You know, Keith got hurt, and then they ended up setting up for Garcia to face Sean Porter.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in that fight against Brandon Rios, and that's another guy that was trained by Robert Garcia. You know, I mean, Danny struggled in that fight.
He did.
He got the KO. He did get the KO, but we've seen Brandon Rios have his moments in that fight, though.
You're exactly right. Brandon Rios did a lot better than I thought. I thought Danny was gonna come out there and put some hands and feet on Brandon Rios. But Brandon Rios was doing good before that counter right hand clipped that chin. That's what did it. That counter right hand clipped that chin, and it was night for Rios. Hey, what do you think? I'm gonna jump to the heavyweights for a second. What do you think about Adam Babyface Konoski? What do you think about his performance against Gerald, and maybe where he go from here?
Man, I promise you, bro. Like, it was the day before yesterday, man. I actually had did the audio. I was gonna do the edit and put up my fight prediction, but I just never did it. You know, but man, I had picked Adam Konoski to destroy Gerald Washington, because Gerald Washington, man, is trash juice, man. This guy, I've just seen this guy on a total decline ever since he lost. When I seen him have a fight to a draw against, I think his last name was Mansour.
Yeah.
Mansour, something like that. I was like, man, like, and he's one of them guys where if you was a heavyweight, you want that kind of physique. You want that height. You want that build. And, like, he looked like, man, he's just a beast. And he gets in there, man, and kind of like how you were saying, man, I mean, it's mostly mental, man.
Yep.
You can't get in there thinking that, yeah, I'm tall, I'm big, and all of that, and think that that's going to win you the fight. I mean, this dude, Babyface Konoski, man, looking like, you know what I'm saying, marshmallow, like marshmallow.
Yeah.
And just went in there and beat the hell out of Gerald Washington, man.
I mean, man, Babyface had more rolls in the bakery, and it proves that, you know, that's the definition that all those muscles don't win fights. Be a bodybuilder all you want, it doesn't win a fight.
I mean, absolutely don't win fights, but I knew he was gonna get his ass beat.
Oh, he got to beat.
This guy don't have no, like, presence of mind to, like, when he getting hit, I don't know, he just don't know how to tie up.
Nope.
He don't, get on his bicycle. He just stands there and just eats punches, man, until he fall down.
That's crazy. He's standing there, eats punches and bunches. But now, Babyface won. Where does he go from here? Like, who would you like to see him face? Obviously, he says he wants the belt, but he's not going to get that Wilder fight right now. Wilder is facing Fury, and then Wilder is probably going to have to face a mandatory after that. But what do you think he goes from here?
Well, you know, man, I think he is. So he's ranked in the WBC then.
How high is he? I thought before this fight, I thought maybe he was around, like, I know he was in the top 10, but I didn't think he was in the top 5. Where is he ranked?
I mean, I can look it up, but I think he is ranked pretty high in the WBC sanctioned body. But I will say this, that he got some pretty decent wins on his resume. He beat Arthur Spilka, knocked him out. I mean, he knocked out, what you say,
the Demigod?
The Demigod.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charles Martin. And then you know, he just beat Gerald Washington, a leftover from Deontay Wilder.
That's gonna move him up. Yeah, that's gonna move him up some more.
Yeah, so he got some decent little names on his resume. I would like to see him maybe face like maybe a Big Baby Miller.
That's right. Yeah, I was thinking one of those. Go ahead.
You know, something like that, or who else out there, man? That could be a good.
Lewis, Big Baby Miller. Let's see. Yeah, look. I mean, like, but see, this performance right here, especially being on free TV, a lot of people that don't know about boxing, some casuals know who he is now, and because he's trying to be the first Polish heavyweight, he might have gained some fans and a little bit of name recognition, but I think he can fight anyone, you know, besides Joshua, Fury, and Wilder. Anyone under there, I mean, I'm not saying he's favored to beat all them guys. A clash with Big Baby Miller would probably be really good. Both of them guys coming forward. I think Big Baby Miller, not Big Baby, but Adam throws a lot of punches. He can throw anywhere from 75 to 100 punches around, and he's going to come forward. And I want to see what Big Baby is going to do. You know, Big Baby needs a real test, and if he can fight him on Fox, I mean, the winner definitely going to make some waves.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, he can fight anyone else. I mean, like,
you know what? Brazil might be a good matchup for him.
If he beats Brazil, he takes over that mandatory, maybe, you know, because right now Brazil's a mandatory for Deontay Wilder.
Oh, okay.
And
I know they both on the same side, I think, on the PBC side.
Yeah. Dominique Brazil is. That's why if Dylan White comes on the PB side, if he doesn't, you know, do the thing with Eddie Hearn because he's on a fight-by-fight basis, if he does come on the PB side, that opens up a lot of opportunity for Dylan White with Dominique Brazil. We know he ain't gonna fight Ortiz. He don't want no part. He called Ortiz old, but he don't want no part of that old man at all. He's like, take your old ass and your cane over there. I'm not trying to fight you, man. But he might, I don't know, he might fight Adam, you know, since Adam got a name. See, whenever you get a buzz, but your skills, Adam don't got good defense. He got good timing, he got good striking, good combination. And I like because he goes to the body too. That's what I like about him. But he does have flaws that heavy punches can't expose.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Hey, you know what was another good fight on that card, man, that I haven't really been hearing a lot of people talk about. Did you watch Chris Robiha Colbert fight?
I didn't see it. No, I did not catch it.
Oh, you missed out?
Yeah, I was rushing so much that I almost missed my start time to get home. How'd it go?
Man, he every time he gets in there, man, he impresses me more and more, man. More and more. Chris, I mean, he dominated. You know, he's not like a what you call it, like a big puncher.
Right.
But I'm a fan of boxers. You know what I'm saying? For me, you ain't got to go in there and just knock somebody out for me to be a fan of you. You know. And this guy knows how to, you know, control the pace. The guy lets his hands go. He's a switch hitter as well. And, you know, I mean, he's the goods, man. He's the goods. And I think he's fighting at, what is he at? 120, 122 or 126, one of them. But, I mean, he's definitely the goods, man. I mean, a lot of people don't know about him. I think by the end of the year, because he stays fighting on those PBC undercards,
right?
And he's looking more and more impressive every fight.
I mean, yeah, if he just keeps doing what he's doing, man, and I need to start covering more fights besides the big ones. Only because I know my time is so limited that I try to cover, you know, the major fights. But I really like La D. I want to start covering like some of the up and coming fighters, like Shakur a little bit more, Devin Haney a little bit more. You know, some of these young guys, these young guns, to even try to help bring more name recognition to them. Because the UFC would take a guy with 5 fights and the world will know about him. If you got 5 fights in boxing, nobody knows about you. 10 fights, nobody knows about you. So, yeah, absolutely, man. I'm about to keep more eyes on all of these guys. At least if I can't do a video, just stay more up to date on their moves, what they're doing, and their upcoming fights.
Yeah, man. Man, before I go, man, I appreciate appreciate you having me on. Like I say, big salute to you and congrats, man, on monetize and super chat. You've been putting in mad work, man. So, you know, it's always good to see somebody, man, put in that work and it's finally start paying off. So, big salute to you. But yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if you had heard the news, man, but I wanted to hear your thoughts on Marcellus Wilder. Did you hear about him?
No. What about it?
You didn't hear about him?
No.
He got knocked out, man.
No, I didn't catch it, man. I've been absent on that. Golly, I'm about to look that up, man. Or do me, are you friends with me on Facebook?
No.
Just look, just type in what's blazing. I'll pop right up, man, and send me the link to it, man. I've been definitely MIA on a lot of it, just back and forth between working my kid and teaching boxing. So I'm trying to get caught up, bro. Like I said, I didn't even catch the Hyman McGee fight. I missed that whole undercard on that one. So I have a lot of fight recaps and watching to do today for the most part. The Hyman McGee fight, man, I heard that was a banger from the opening. Even though the scorecards was pretty lopsided, I heard that was like, you know, a toe-to-toe war where Hyman McGee, you know, he got hit with some good shots, but he had somebody who wasn't afraid to come forward and never took a step back. So definitely got it. That's probably be the first one I watch because that was so good. Then I'm gonna do the trickle down effect. Yeah, man, look me up on Facebook. It's What's Plays in the Sports. Shoot me a friend request and I'll add you on, man. Let the people know how can they follow you and what can they expect on your channel.
Yeah, man. Y'all can find me right here on YouTube and all social media platforms. Black Horse Promotions. Also got the website blackhorsepromotions.com. And y'all just check me out, man. I'm putting in content. I do boxing, but I do other content as well. But yeah, man, you know, I just want to come through and show some support. And, you know, I definitely see you, man. You working, and the growth is real. And I just, like I say, big salute to you, man, on becoming a partner with YouTube, man. Because it ain't easy, man. So I know what it takes, you know what I'm saying? The hard work that people got to put in to get to this point, man. You know what I'm saying? So big salute to you, T-Dub.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it again. Thanks for all the support, guys. That was Black Horse Promotion, and I'm gonna say this, man. It's not easy unless you. I don't know. If you're not a partner, it's not easy. You just got to think about it because YouTube want to get paid off all their views. So a lot of their views for new people, they're gonna probably push towards people that already have monetization. You know, and not just monetization, but people who have the bigger followers because they know that, oh, we got bigger followers, let me send more stuff that way. If you don't, it's literally like taking a nickel and throwing it to a pile of another million nickels and then have your nickel pushed to the very bottom and hope that some kind of way it can get out to the people. And then once they get out to the people, why are they going to pick your video, which they never seen, and just a thumbnail over somebody else's? So it's not. It can be pretty hard, man. You can do a video and only get 5 views, no views, 20 views, and it can be up for a month or a year. So it's not. But here, the one thing I'm gonna say, it took me a long time. So I don't got the perfect plan, but I just tell you what works for me. Being consistent and never being discouraged, and even when it feels like you're never going to get there, just keep pushing, keep doing it, and then one day it'll pay off. Could be sooner than later, but it will pay off. But until then, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. This is another episode of What's Plays in the Sports. I think this is episode maybe 4. I didn't count yesterday, and I didn't count the date today so far. I think this is episode 4 of WBIS. Hope you guys have a great day. Here is What's Plays in the Sports.